I am really excited about this training because this is the training where we take all the things that we've been learning about automations and workflows, and we actually build out something practical. We're going to build out how does this work? And in Social Connector, we talk a lot about interest magnets. We talk a lot about interest forms because we really believe that one of the key things that will help you be more successful is to simply give people what they want. And so what do people want when they're asking you, when they're raising their hand, they're saying, hey, I want information about your program, your product, your service, giving them exactly what they want. And you can do this with just a simple interest magnet and a simple but effective workflow automation. And so today we're going to show you how that practically can play out. And I'm going to show you one that we've got right here. So this is a really simple interest form. They don't have to be complicated. That's the beauty of them. It's a simple interest magnet. Someone has raised their hand about Social Connector, and we send them this simple form. And you can see it's extremely simple. There's nothing special. It's one headline, and this is in template form, so we didn't actually put it in, but one headline and a quick sign up button, which I would probably change the words to be get what you want or find out more. And then we have a quick testimonial from somebody who's used our program. And again, you could use this yourself and it will work perfectly for you. And then when they click it, they're going to go to our interest form. The very thing that we offer people is what we use. And so they're going to go to our interest form and they're going to fill it out. And we ask a couple questions. First, most important thing we ask is for name, email, phone number. And then we ask them what company they're associated with. I'm just going to scroll down here. We have a lot of them, but I'm going to scroll down here and say not listed. And I'm just going to type in Social Connector. Okay. And then from here, I'm going to say I'm interested in interest forms. That's what I'm interested in. So that's the information I want you to give me. So we're going to click next step. And boom, just like that. Thank you. You can check your email. Plus we're sending you a text right now. So that's how simple an interest form is. Now you could get really complex and put a whole bunch of information about interest forms right here. And that's something that we do as well, but let's keep it really simple. Now, what I want to do is I want to dive in and I want to show you what that workflow now might look like. So I'm going to jump inside of, I'm going to jump inside of here. Okay. And this is our interest form here. And then I'm going to open another tab. I have another tab that we're going to use. And this is going to be the end result. This is the end result of our follow-up workflow. So here's what's going to happen. Someone fills out the form we just talked about. And immediately, look what it says. I'm sending you a text right now. And immediately when they do, this right here is going to begin the process. And so let's walk through exactly what that looks like. So you'll notice I don't have a trigger in here because I built this, but I wanted to show you because we haven't taught you this yet. So I want to show you how this works. We're going to create a new trigger. Okay. So our new trigger is actually going to be a form submitted. Remember, up to this point, we've shown you how to do a tag added or to do a keyword that was responded. But in our practical here, these people fill out a form. We want to get them their text right away. So let's look and show you how we can do that with a form. So I'm going to come down inside of our events trigger. So I clicked new trigger. I'm going to come into our events trigger and I'm going to click trigger link clicked. Excuse me. No, I'm not. I'm going to click form submitted. Sorry about that. And this is going to be form submitted. And our form that we're used for that particular interest form was called interest form detailed. Okay. So I don't want just any form. See, I could save this right now, but then anytime a form is submitted, it would activate this particular automation, this workflow. And so we need to filter it out and tell it which specific form. So we're going to click add a filter. From here, we're going to click the form is. That's the filter we're using. The form must be, form is, and we're going to do, I know what it's called, interest form detailed. That's the form we used. So I'm going to click save action. Now you'll see we have our trigger here. So when someone filled out the form that we just filled out here, it will now activate this, and this is really long, and that's just for me and my training brain to think of. It will activate this workflow. Now let's walk through some of the actions that we've created and how we will do that. So the first thing that I like to do, besides adding tags, the first thing that I like to do is I like to add a system note. Now, what's a system note? A system note is another action that we have available to us, and this will add a note to the contact so that we can track what's happened. We just keep track of what's going on with that person through notes. This is a preference of mine. I do recommend it. It's like tagging, but it gives a little bit more detail. So we're going to add a system note, and that system note is really simple. It's just add a system note, and you put in the information about this particular person. And all we are adding is that they got added to this workflow, okay? And that the follow-up was started. That's all that was added, okay? So that's what we did here, okay? Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add an email, okay? We're going to add an email. But I want to show you something. Do you see here we're using a template? I want to show you how templates work real quick because this is really powerful, and I'll explain why here in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this tab here, just so I can keep this one open. You can't see me do it, but I'm clicking above. So we're just changing tabs. I'm going to go into marketing, and I'm going to go in. There's two types of templates. We have these larger templates, and these are where you build pretty emails, and a lot of people love to do these. And so you can build lots of great templates in here through our drag and drop email creator. Okay. Or you can do very simple emails, which I recommend to get started to use very simple emails or text templates, and we call those snippets. So I'm going to click right here on snippets, and you'll see I have a lot of them. But I'll show you how simple they are to create, and I want to talk about them real quick before we go. There's a couple things you need to know about all templates and why you would use them. Number one is you might want to change information that's inside of one of your automations. You might want to change the date. You might want to change the wording of an email or a text, and maybe you use that in lots of different places. If you go in and you just add your information here and you build your entire email inside of the workflow, then when you want to change it, you have to go find that workflow. You have to find this specific email, and assuming you used it in only one place, because we can copy and paste our actions. Sometimes we'll copy and paste them into different things. You'll have to find every instance of that email or text. However, if you're using under marketing email templates or snippets, if you change it here, you don't have to change it in all your workflows. It'll automatically update anywhere it's being used, which is extremely powerful because now I can quickly change any templates. And as a matter of fact, with the templates that we give, we build them with this so that you can customize them and personalize them to yourself. And so this is extremely powerful when building out workflows and automations, because now I can change an entire set of automations by just simply changing the content inside of my templates, my snippets. So that's what that is. Now for today, I'm not going to go through and build a bunch of them, but I'm going to build our first one. And I want you to see how easy it is and also help you to understand the way they're organized. Because you'll see I have 90 different templates here. That's a lot of templates. I have 90 of them. And so how do you find them? You can't search. So it's a little frustration. We're hoping the developers will fix that, but you can't search. So the way these are organized is alphabetically. And what I recommend you do is when you're first building out any snippet is that you build it with using numbers. So you'll see right here, I've got my vCard share 0001. So we're going to build it. And you notice as long as I put like anything above 001, it's going to show up here towards the top. A, B, C, go like that. So this is an interest form. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an interest form kind of organization method. So we're going to call this an email. Actually, let's do a text. So we're going to do a text template. You'll see what it does is immediately creates this cool way for us to see things. And we're going to name this 001 dash, and I'm going to use the I because for interest form. 001I, and we're going to call this text 1. Okay. So this is for our interest form. That's how I label it. You just have to label it any way you want, but that's how I label it. And so then from here, we would build our template and we'd say, hey, and we use custom values like we've talked about before. I'm going to do, hey, first name. This is Jeremy from Social Connector. Just saw your form, your interest form come through. I sent you an email. Now watch this. Remember in our form a while back when we were filling that out, we said that we were interested in one of three things, right? That's a custom field that we had created. So I just sent you an email with more details about what did he ask for? What did Jeremy ask for? He asked for information about interest forms. So look, we're going to click on contact. So custom values, contact. We're going to come down to custom fields. And we're going to look for interests, okay? I think we call them primary interests here. And I have a lot of custom fields. Oh my goodness, I have so many. Primary interests, okay? By doing that, it's going to show the primary interest that Jeremy selected, which was interest form, okay? And then I'm just going to say, I would love for you to set up a demo with us so I can show you how amazing Social Connector is and how it can help with your business. Here's a link to set up that demo, right? So I just put in a trigger link, and I'm just going to make one up for now because we're not going to build it, but I'm going to just do a quick trigger link. And here's my one-to-one calendar. So now they can go in and they can set up a calendar appointment with me. Talk soon. Okay. And then we're going to hit save. And now just like that, here it is, text number one. Okay. As a quick point, because this is the first text they might be receiving, something that you'll want to make sure you do is put in that stop to unsubscribe. It's really important. You can add that as well. Okay. So now we have that. Let's come back into our automation here. Let's cancel. I'm going to click here. Let's refresh. And just to make sure that it updated that new template that we have. So exactly what we did, same thing with email. You'll see we already have this template built. Come into SMS number 1. And we're going to select a template, and there it is, interest text 1. You can see it all right here, and we're going to click save. Boom. Now, we're going to wait 2 days. We're going to send them email number 2, which we would come in, we'd write out our email, or we would use a template. And I'm going to show you how you can use a pretty template and do the exact same thing. So let's come in here to Social Connector. Let's go to email templates. We're under marketing, email templates. And let's create a new template. We're just going to create a blank template. I'm going to use the design editor. Okay. We're going to do this really fast today, but just to give you an idea, I'm just going to do it really quick. And we're just going to drag and drop just like you would anything else. We're going to drag an image up here. We're going to let's add some social media stuff down here. And add another template here. Let's, an element. Let's add a video. Let's say we're going to put in a video right there. And now we just come in and as we kind of lay out the different things we want. Oh, let's add text. We got to add our text block. So we're going to add text right here. And so now let's say we want to let's do our image. So we're just going to click on the image. We're going to click on this button here, and you can learn all about templates. Very simple in our training. Upload it. And let's just do our logo. Perfect. There it is. Make it a little smaller. There we go. And we're going to go dear or hey. And again, custom values right here. Contact, first name. And then we're just going to say this is info you were looking for. Okay. And then we have our video here, and just for fun, I'm just going to do a random video. So let's go to YouTube, and let's go to Social Connector. Let's go to our channel here, and let's just take this one right here, share it. Just to show you how easy this is to do, click copy, come back into our social connector page here and just paste it right there. And it's ready to go now. Okay. And we're going to click save template. And then that's it. So let's just say that was our template, right? So we're going to call this our interest form magnet email 1, right? So there's our interest form magnet email 1. Save. Okay, so now we'll come back into our automation, and here we are. It was supposed to be email 2. I'm sorry, guys. Here we are. So we're going to click on this email here. We're going to refresh because I want to make sure. Oh, cancel. Let's save. There we go. Now let's refresh, just because we wanted to load that because I'm working in 2 different tabs. And we're going to scroll down to email number 2, select a template, and we're going to type in interest form magnet email 1 because that's what we created. Click save it, and boom. Now this email is ready to go. It has all the information that's needed right there inside of it. We're going to send another text. And again, we would select a template. We're just going to create any template we want right now. We're going to click save. And then we wait 3 days. We added a wait day, 3 days. And we follow up again. And we just continue to follow up and treat and nurture this person to give them information specifically about what they asked for, which was interest forms. That's what he asked for. And so that's how simple it is, you guys, to use templates to build out a really straightforward workflow. So now here's the question, and I'm going to close with this today. Here's the question I have for you. If you had this done for you, what kind of information would you want? Are you most interested in onboarding? Are you most interested in interest form magnets? So they ask for information and you start creating messages go out. Are you interested in challenge automations where you can send out your challenges every day? What type of automations would you build for your business? So we've got onboarding, we've got lead magnets where we start to build and nurture those people, interest form magnets. We have challenges that we can do. We have just general value adding. What email automations would you build? I'm interested to hear what you have to say about that.